All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful I forget what day it is. What day is it today? Wednesday. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. I pray everybody is super blessed in many ways. As Bitcoin yesterday has had some slow, painful grinding to the downside. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be discussing this. All right. We're going to be talking a little bit about the short trade that we're in. You know, we are in a little bit of a short trade. And when I say we, I mean me and anybody who's stupid enough to do what I do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. When I let everybody know about 6 days ago that I was taking a short after we gave a live long setup in real time in the Casper Crew VIP New York Open live stream. We made a juicy profit on the long, then we took a short, and of course, I've been adding to the short, taking profits along the way. And I'll be honest with you guys, I am expecting a big old bounceroni and queso to happen soon. Within the next few weeks or so. I am not getting bearish at the bottom of the range. Alright, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna never give it to you not straight. We got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Retail Ryan. Retail Ryan, we know he's short in the bottom, faux show. Just kidding. Shout out to Wessel, beautiful with Hurricane Gloom. Shout out to BT. The ads on the live are annoying. Shout out to Carol. Yeah, that would be annoying for me too. Shout out to Lumbachi, who says hi to Leo. Major shout out to Crypto Coons holding it down with the wrench. Major shout out to Ulysses Trader. Jay, long from 110, what do you say? Definitely a key zone, for sure. What meme coins will moon? I don't know. Crypto Face in the building? Really? We got Crypto Face up in here? No way. Oh my goodness, we got Crypto Face in the house, a celebrity in the chat. Oh my goodness, I haven't done my makeup yet. I'm so embarrassed. Shout out to Crypto Face. Look, shout out to Crypto Face, the GOAT, the OG. The creator and originator of the market Cipher indicator, the juiciest indicator on all TradingView. And speaking of market Cipher, all right, I hope everybody has their dang market Cipher mugs. If you're not drinking coffee every morning from your market Cipher mug, I got one last drop in here. I'm gonna partake in the drop. There's just something so good about that last drop of coffee from your market Cipher mug. Speaking of market Cipher, guys, the reason why I'm feeling and not bearish at the bottom of the range, I'll tell you why. So far, we're seeing everything that we would want to see here, just to continue in an uptrend. We came to the bottom of the range. We look at market Cipher, we got the bottom signal, aka the uneven butt cheek pattern. Boom. Big, juicy cheek on the left, skinny on the right. Not only did we get the uneven butt cheek pattern, but if we take a close look at this, you can actually see we got ourselves 1, 2, 3 butt cheeks. That's called the tricheecular formation, a very bullish pattern. Especially when that money flow is getting higher as the cheeks are getting lower. See, here's the thing. This wasn't the bottom yet. This uneven butt cheek pattern right here, the money flow is getting lower. All right. This was a fake butt. All right. There's no butthole in the middle there. All right. But then we get that long zone. We get about 40 days of butt crack. 40 days of crack. That's a real Hunter Biden type bender right there. That's when we get the real bottom signal. We pump. All right. We make a higher high. Then we come back down to do what? We come back down to test $100,000 Fibonacci golden pocket. All right. Trade setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right. Let the community know I was taking a dang long trade. Setup given in advance, baby. That's how we do it in the Casper Crew. All right. So we're continuing with the uptrend. We're seeing the bullish signs. Then we go ahead and we make ourselves another higher high. And then we make ourselves another higher low right from $112,000. We get a continuation on Market Cipher B here. And of course, $112,000, another trade setup given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Man, you don't want to sleep on the Casper Crew. All right, setup given in advance. Let the community know when I was long at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Why is that so important, 11 a.m.? Because if you look at where the price was at 11 a.m., it was literally from the bottom, guys. All right, we don't play in the Casper Crew. We do not play in the Casper Crew. In the Casper Crew, we do not play. All right, look at this. All right, look at this. We don't play. We give the setup. We give the setup in advance. We post the dang entry in the moment as I'm going long. I'm posting my entry. All right. Then I let people know, hey, I'm gonna add to the trade. All right. And we lock in those juicy profits, baby. All right. This ain't no hindsight analysis. This isn't me saying I gave you a chart. Nah. This is me saying I'm looking for this, and here's my dang entry. All right. So, as we're coming back down to the bottom of Le Ranger, which is French for the range. Yes, I know we have bearish divergences here, but I do want to hone in on this this money flow on the daily time frame here, because you could look at this as the money flow is starting to come back up. All right, now until we lose this box right here between like 109 and 111, this is objectively speaking still bullish market structure. Until we lose this box here, we are still, this is still a breakout and a back test of the 8-month range. We have an 8-month level of support just below. So what things am I going to be looking for? Because I'm looking for a big old bounce, and I'm not gonna lie, it is going to be tough to find the bottom. It's going to be tough, and I don't think the bottom is in yet. I think maybe we could have a hopium day. I think we could have a hopium day because yesterday was just so bearish. I think today we could get a little bit of some upside, but I think eventually we're going to come back down into this box. So here's what I would love to see. Here's what I would love to see. I would love to see something like this, where either, let's say we get a little hopium today. I feel like chop and range today. Chop and range, we come down into the box. As we come into the box, our daily time frame is going to potentially be giving us, that's right, the uneven butt cheek pattern. Man, it's beautiful. Mwah. It's a beautiful. Si, señora, I'm a speaker español in an Italian language. Hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo estás? You say, Jason, why you speak Spanish in an Italian accent? Isn't that a little bit racist? Well, look, I'm a boomer. Nothing is a racist for us. Okay? Now look. If we get that, it would be so dang beautiful. Ooh. Logged into too many devices up in here, man. Got iPhones, iPads, laptops, different browsers. It's a little bit messy. It's a little bit messy. Also, look at the money flow. Would be getting higher as the price is getting lower. Now, that is one bullish opportunity. The next bullish opportunity, honestly, guys, and this one seems a little bit less likely. Seems a little bit less likely to me. It would require more slow grinding like yesterday. But let's say we get more slow, painful grinding. Take the low, fake bounce. Take the low again, fake bounce, and then then we could actually have a hidden bullish divergence on our daily time frame, which is also another continuation pattern, right? So I'm going to be looking for either the regular uneven butt cheek pattern here or the inverse mirror mode uneven butt cheek pattern. Now remember, this is a continuation pattern in an uptrend. So if we're looking at, now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Jay, we've changed market structure on the daily if we come down to this low. I'm not looking at it like that, all right? Because you could have said the same thing right here at 100K. Oh, change market structure on the daily. But this was the low, right? I'm looking at the lows. I'm looking at the market structure like this. The low, the low, the low. So far, this is the low, but as long as we're not taking out this low, man, it's all good in the hood, right? And so we could have that continuation pattern here. It's called a continuation pattern because here's the thing. She's at the party. It's getting late. She's wondering, should I go home or should I continue to be at this party? Then she sees herself in the mirror. She's like, look at me. I'm having the night of my life. I think I'm going to continue. And so she stays at the party. And then and we continue in the uptrend, heading toward $130,000. Now, there ain't no surprise that you know, in September there's the potential rate cut. Now on Friday, in 2 days, I don't even know what day it is anymore. I don't know what day it is. My life is one big day. I'm 35 years old. Somehow. All right, yesterday I was 27. It's been one long day. One long day, and I'm 8 years older. Okay? It's weird. It's a weird phenomenon. All right? It's called crypto years, man. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, on Friday, Jerome Powell is going to be flying out of the closet doors, and he's going to be making a speech. All right? He's going to come out of the closet, and he's going to start to open his mouth. Okay, now, if he comes out dovish on Friday, this could set up the perfect storm scenario. The perfect storm scenario. All right, we got a super chat. Shout out to my man Valentino. Perfect storm scenario for pump into September 17th, Wednesday. Now, what's interesting, this is still, the majority of people right now are still considering that JP is going to cut rates, all right? He's got his rate cutting shears ready to go. They're sharpened. They're oiled. He hasn't used them in a while. Those big old shears used to prune the hedges. They used to squeak. Put a little WD-40 in there. Psst. Now they don't squeak at all. Nice and smooth. He sharpened the blades. He's ready to cut rates. And 82.9% of people agree that his shears are oiled and sharpened, ready to cut. Now, I think on Friday we're going to have a more clear view of what is likely to happen in September. Because if we go to our calendar here on Friday, he's going to speak at 8 in the morning. Okay? At 8 in the morning, he's going to speak. And if he comes out dovish, saying, you know what? Inflation's so low. I know we pay double for everything, but inflation is still so low because the Federal Reserve is a federal reserve of money and hard tangible assets. We've done such a good job that I think we can cut interest rates. Yeah. That will be very bullish, and I think we could rally up into the next FOMC. Okay, the next FOMC. Now, I do also want to give you a little bit of a reminder to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notification. But also, I want to give you a little bit of a reminder that that yesterday was leg day. All right, so today we're feeling a little bit tired. All right, yesterday was leg day. Today we're feeling a little bit tired, all right? Today we did some dips and some chin-ups. Weighted dips and chins. Can't go wrong. Weighted dips, weighted chins, baby. Some pec flies, some rear delt flies. That's about it. But also, I want to give you a little bit of a reminder that in August, historically speaking, in this bull run, that has been the low. I remember 2024, I remember like yesterday because we longed it in the Casper crew. From the exact bottom. We got this wick. This was the low in August. We go back to 2023. Monday, the 14th of August. I also remember this like it was yesterday. Because Bybit took the low, other exchanges didn't. And I was like, oh man, CDW. And everyone was like, what are you talking about, man? What are you smoking? And I said, well, I'm smoking Depends adult diapers. They're like, you're smoking Depends adult diapers? I'm like, yeah, link in the description, man. I'm sponsored by Depends. And here's the thing about Depends. If you're a trader like me, you know you can't get up to P. Otherwise, the price will move without you. You're going to miss your opportunity, and that's it. You'll be broke for the rest of your life. So what we do is we take a little bit of the Depends diaper here, rip off a piece, And we take it, we put it in our pipe. Where's our pipe? Aha. This is called smoking hopium, baby. Smoking hopium. August is the month of pump. Put it in, light it up. Gotta get it going. Now, they say not to inhale. But, look. It gets into your bloodstream. The hopium gets in faster if you inhale. Oh, I'm gonna pass out. Oh, I'm gonna pass out. Oh. Okay, wow. You guys feel that hope? And so it's another August upon us, where potentially we make the bottom. All right. We may potentially make the bottom. And what do you know? We have a major support resistance flip right here. So I understand there's some bearish signs. All right. But at the same time, I also understand that we have the perfect scenario for a big old pumperoni into the fall. Oh, and I forgot one last thing. There's the... Well, I'm not even going to talk about it. Never mind. Never mind. I hope we get one last pump, guys. I'm smoking my Depends, and I hope you guys are too. Alright, link in the description. You get 10% back. Alright? You drink a small coffee, you pee out 10% more. Right into the adults' Depends diapers. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, the monthly scares you. The monthly scares me too. Here's the thing. Actually, the monthly, it doesn't look so bad, honestly. Check out the 2-week. The 2-week looks pretty bad, I'll be honest with you. The 2-week looks pretty bad. And the weekly, potentially, looks really bad as well. But the money flow on the weekly is looking good. Let's go to the 12-day. We'll look at that. Half month. 12 days not looking the best either. Let's go to the 5-day. Yeesh, man. 5 days got a little upside down, uneven butt cheek action going on right there. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of upside down, uneven cheekage. All right. So look, I'm giving it to you straight. I'm not giving it to you gay. I got my pipe of hopium. I'm hoping for that one last blow off top. I'm hoping for Ethereum to hit 5,005 at least. I'm not getting bearish at the bottom of the range. Not yet. The only way I'll actually get bearish is if we're closing a weekly candle below 108-ish, all right? We come back inside this range here. That is low tovaki. All right, that is a big fake out if I ever seen one. We could come all the way back down to the support resistance flip right here, honestly. And then, you know, we could come all the way down. I don't even want to think about it right now. All right? Okay, we're back. We are so back, baby. We are so back. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce too as we speak. All right, as we speak, Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce here. All right, I did take a little scalp long this morning as well. All right, this morning in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. You know, not only do we talk about the trades we're taking in real time, not only did we give the short trade in real time, right? Not only do we come over here and give you our exact entries when we're adding what we're looking for, entry in advance, all right? But also this morning, guys, I posted, if the low is in for today, this is the zone where we get the bounce from. And we got a little bit of a bounce from the zone, baby. All right, so I've taken a long scalp from the area. Now, like I said, I think that, yeah, it's not crazy. Look at this. Look at this. We get the little bounce right from the area. Don't get malaria from the area. Don't get malaria from the area. So here's what I'm looking at for today. I have a feeling that today, after yesterday, we're gonna have some bullishness. Okay, we have a bullish divergence here on the 1 hour. Big boy butt cheeks. Our 4 hour has a confirmed big BitBoy green dot. The 3-hour big confirmed BitBoy green dot. The 2-hour big BitBoy green dot. And as we go to the lower time frames, it just looks really nice. It looks really bottomed out. After yesterday's relentless downside, it would not surprise me if we start to give some of that back. All right, let's take a look at the TPO chart here. We have single prints going all the way up to around 15,400. All right, let me turn my single prints. What the heck? What the heck? What is going on with my TPO chart here? What in the world? What in the world? Actually, I'm sorry, we don't have single prints. I take that back, man. We don't have single prints. Well, let's turn this thing off then. I just feel like we could easily see some upside today, guys. We could easily see some upside today because of yesterday, where either we kind of range all day or we see a move up to around like the value area low zone, right? 115, 116, and then we get one more big old painful drop. All right, this is kind of what I would expect, just based on the way this whole price action's been going, right? We come down, we see bullish signs. It takes us 25 years to creep up a little bit, then vroom! All right, we come down, we see bullish divergence, 27 years to come up, and then vroom! We see even more bullish signs here, all right? Bullish divs here. Takes us 27, 28, 29 years, and then vroom, vroom, right? So same deal, like I wouldn't be surprised, like a slow creep up today, give back some of that space, back test once again the support resistance flip that we have from this, and this, from this, and then we get that nice big last drop, and by then things are going to be looking really nice. We're going to have time for this 4-hour to cool off. Maybe the money flow starts doing a little bit of this, right? Maybe we start to do a little bit of this. You know, maybe we start to do a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying here? Like, remember, the bottom back here gave us just a nice uneven butt cheek pattern, and also there's a real chance this money flow could still be getting thicker as we come down. That would be my preferred scenario. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen, all right, but that definitely would be my preferred scenario here for Bitcoin. And then, yeah, definitely going to be looking for a long trade somewhere below $112,000. And I hope I'll be able to catch a really nice entry so that I can post a screenshot on Twitter. Not going to take profit, though. Not going to take profit. I'm definitely going to post a screenshot of the trade in profit. And I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, keep holding it. Quick, add margin. Hold it, add margin. Hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, hold it. Hold it. All right, add margin. And then, oh, starts to go back up. Add more to the position. Add more, get a better entry. Add more, add more, add more. Okay, it was just a bear flag. Okay, add margin. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Keep holding, 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 holding. What? You know, that's my plan. That's how all the successful YouTubers do it. All right? That's how we do it. Remember what we were talking about on Sunday? You know what I'm saying? In life, it's all about other people's perception of you on social media. And you always hear people say, don't look at other people on social media because they're only showing you the best part of their life. Their life isn't really that awesome. The truth is, guys, their life really is that awesome. And yours isn't. All right? That's true. Yeah, their life really is that cool. All right? Yours isn't. It sucks. But the only way to make it better is to high leverage trade. Every drop, leverage 100x, 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 100x full account, in the hopes that one of those trades will just give you a little bit of a pump enough to post a nice P&L on Twitter. And then everyone's going to be looking at you thinking, that guy's so cool. And you're going to look at yourself in the mirror, and you're going to think to yourself, yeah, I am that cool. Screenshot this face. It's the face of being cool, baby. All right? So let's take a look at some other assets here. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce from the golden pocket this morning. We've got about 22 minutes until 30 minutes until New York Stock Exchange opens. The New York is getting ready over here at Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru right now. All right, take a little look at Ethereum here. Oh man, would you look at Ethereum? I would tell you this, Ethereum taking the liquidity here. This is going to be a key level for Ethereum. We hold this, man. We hold above that green line. We could pump, but let's not be mistaken here. The actual key level for Ethereum is going to have to be just dipping below $4,000 to come and back test our support resistance flip. That's been our support resistance going all the way back to let's see. I mean, we could make the case since 2021. But yeah, look at this, man. We are getting a back test pretty juicily of these highs. And like I said, I would lower that a little bit here if you know, just to line up with this candle bodies in general. It's a zone, right? We've got a Fibonacci golden pocket. I'd say like between 3,800 and 4,000 is going to be super key to hold, right? When we look at this chart, it doesn't look the worst. The only thing that does concern me here is the weekly potentially print a red dot. But it's not even a bearish divergence from this high to this high. All right, it's not even a bear dip from this high to this high, which I think it makes a good case that more upside is probable. Now look, when Bitcoin starts to pump, I'm still going to hold true to my, hang on, I got to pick my nose. I'm still going to hold true to my original theory, which is this. You do not see a monthly green dot on market Cipher below the zero line ever, while Bitcoin is above previous market cycle all-time highs. We've never seen this in the history of crypto. I don't think this is fully played out yet. Our 2-month time frame is going to confirm a green dot in 11 days. All right, we got the monthly, the 2-monthly, the 2-week, in my opinion, still has some upside here. Look at the money flow getting thicker on the 2-week right now. All right, getting thicker on the 2-week. The 2-day, I see the 2 days looking a little bit scary here. I'm not gonna lie, but remember, this whole structure is bullish. What is the order of operations? All right, the bullish divergence is the bottom. All right, the trichecular formation, 1, 2, 3 butt cheeks. Then you change market structure. Then you make a higher low. When you make a higher low, you look for a trigger wave with continued direction of the money flow. So we had that on Bitcoin from April. We had that on ETH from April. All right. And this, I mean, it's easy to do hindsight analysis, but trust me, this hindsight analysis, we were doing this in real time back in April when we were watching these insane bottom signals forming here. Right? Go back and watch my videos in April where I was getting ultra bullish based on what market Cipher was printing at the time, right? So we had our bottom signal, we had our first continuation signal. This is when we were looking for the move to a new all-time high on Bitcoin back in April. We had our continuation signal here. And now this next wave that we print is going to be even more continuation. Now, in an ideal world, I don't know if we're going to have time to do this. In an ideal scenario, we would actually see a lower wave here, right? We would maintain a higher low. So, look, we do have to hold $4,000, but even in a scenario where, let's just say, for example, we come back down to the golden pocket around 2,800. Even if this were to happen, all right, that would be ultra bullish, man, because the pattern is the bottom is marked by the divergence, the first higher low is marked by the trigger wave, the third higher low is marked by the hidden bullish divergence. And this works on every single time frame. So like you go to Bitcoin, for example, look at the whole bull run here, you know? Let's just do a little experiment here. Let's just analyze the chart objectively speaking. You know, we have a really stable looking bullish channel right here. Nothing bearish about the channel. No liquidity below these stop losses here. You know, and there's no way we would ever just break down and then take it all, and you get a swing failure pattern of the low. I mean, that couldn't happen, right, guys? Well, maybe we shouldn't zoom out so much. Let's just zoom in a little bit more here. Yeah, oh yeah, that looks better. Oh wow, bullish. Look, the bottom was marked by the trichecular formation on Market Cipher B. That was the bottom. The first higher low was marked by a trigger wave with continued money flow direction. From this point onward, every higher low is now marked by a hidden bullish divergence, right? Get the higher low, the wave comes lower. Get the higher low, the wave comes lower. And this is the pattern always. The trend is your friend until the end. Until eventually, it's just too weak, right? It's too weak, and the bearish divergences are just too much. Because as you get this continuation pattern, the top now is starting to print bearish divergences, right? So we are seeing this pattern right now on ETH on our 2-day time frame, right? We have our trichecular, we have our first continuation signal. We'll be waiting for our next continuation signal right here. Worst case scenario, if we have a massive big old drop to around 2800, but I'm hoping that we're gonna hold and we're not gonna come down that low. And we don't need to see the hidden bullish divergence here for continuation. We could see another trigger wave here, just something like this, you know, and continued direction. That would also suffice, but it's much more powerful if you get a hidden bull div. All right. So we always got to stay one step ahead of the market, right? We have to stay one step ahead of the market, and we have to extrapolate into the future, like what different market cipher patterns we could see that would allow us to get into a good trade, right? We have to understand the patterns. Everything's in patterns, right? So go back and look at what happens at the bottom. Look at what happens at continuation. Study it. Study it well. All right. Let's go back to our Bitcoin chart here. Let's see. It looks like we're chopping around. Chop City, baby. It is Chop City, baby. Chop City. Yeah, I don't know. We gotta hold this zone today. Like, if we're not holding this zone, it's gonna be a bad time. I think we can hold it though. I'm feeling some bullishness. I feel like New York could give us some bullishness. You know, we might come back down to test the zone here. If we lose this box, I am absolutely looking for another really bearish day. We hold the box. I'm feeling a bull trap kind of day. I'm feeling a kind of day that makes people think we're so back, only to crush all our hopes and dreams tomorrow. And ideally, we could make a low. I know this sounds crazy, man, but on a weekend, that's where we made this low. And we made another low at 100K. That was also on a weekend, man. These weekend lows have been the juice. All right, we got to shout out our super chats in the house. Shout out to Valentino. Do you always look for setups on certain conditions? Yeah, man. I always look for setups on certain conditions. That's how we do it. If-then scenarios, man. If-then scenarios. Right? If the price is doing this, and it has nothing to do with time of day. For me, it has to do with how's Market Cipher look at a certain price. All right? If we come here with this going on, then boom, baby. Like, look, if we come to this box with bullish divs, take a trade. We came down there, I've taken the long. Why? Because we came to 786 with bullish divs. Right? Same deal. Looking to come down here with certain conditions. It happens, boom. If this, then that. Alright? If this, then that. That's how you're going to get the good entries, honestly. That's how you get those good entries. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you always got to prepare for what you want to see, and you set the conditions yourself. You have to set your own conditions. Alright, you have to look at the chart, you have to extrapolate into the future and say, you know what, if we came down here and I saw this pattern, I trade with Market Cipher primarily. I use a little bit of order flow. I don't usually use order flow to get into a trade. Alright, I'll be honest with you. It's too complicated for me. Too stupid for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? These people out here, they're doing like calculus. I see you traders out there coming over, taking out your scientific calculators, doing calculus. Let's see, there's 25 million aggregated delta on Binance and Hyperliquid and Bybit. Together we divide by the remainder. Put the variables over the top. Well, it's quite clearly a bullish setup. Doing all the math. Let's see, divided by 27,500,013.22. Was that 22 or 23? I forget. Should have paid more attention to math class. Like, I don't have time for that. So I just come over here, you know, and I look at the butt cheeks, man. I come over here, I look at the butt cheeks, man. These butt cheeks, they print money. It's so funny. It really is hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. All right. In a way, and I'm not saying order flow isn't a great thing to know and study. But it is hilarious to me how people get paralysis of analysis. I see all the time because, look, I own a trading Discord. People are like, is this bullish or bearish order flow? It's like, I don't really know, but market Cipher has a bullish divergence and price support, so duh. And look, it doesn't always work. Yesterday, market Cipher had bullish divergences at support. I took a trade and it was a loss, okay? I took a trade yesterday, it was a loss. Small risk, very clear invalidation. Market Cipher had bullish divergences right here. Let me show you where I took it. Right here, actually. Yeah, right around. Was it this? Yeah. What was it? What was it yesterday? Okay, yeah, it was right here, guys. It was actually right here. I longed this right here. And the reason why I longed is because I had a level. I had a level here. We dipped below the level. We started to get a little bit of a bounce. I looked at market Cipher. It had bullish divergences at the time. I took the dang long trade, but it doesn't always work out, right? But if you have your risk on check, I had my stop loss under the low, and I got stopped out. It was like a $1,200 loss. Who cares? I made like 75K in the last few weeks trading all these juicy long trades. You know? So sometimes cheeks fail you. Alright? But in general, makes it pretty dang simple. Alright? And look at this. Alright? Took a scalp long this morning from right here. Alright? Because in the Casper crew, let's see. This is when I gave the short trade. Let's see. The Casper crew, we posted, look, this if the low is in for today, this is where we're gonna bounce from. If the low is in for today, this is where we bounce. It's gonna be the retest, right? We came down, and look at the pattern here. See, it works in every time frame. The trichecular formation, 1, 2, 3, and then our first bounce, the higher low, at the Fibonacci golden pocket. You got the continuation pattern. You know, you set your criteria. It's like, okay, looks nice bottom, higher high. Now we pull our fib. If we come to the golden pocket, we get a little bit of a trigger wave here. That's where, if the low is in for today, that's where we're going to continue. If this is the low, then this is going to be our higher low, right? If-then scenarios. And we got to continue money flow. We got to continue bullishness. Doesn't mean a dang thing. Yesterday was a strange day. I'll be honest with you. And yesterday scares me. Because yesterday, guys, looks so bullish. Yesterday, we were printing a 4-hour bullish divergence. Remember, this almost confirmed a green dot here. The green dot was printing. We almost confirmed an uneven butt cheek pattern on the 4-hour. We had uneven butt cheek patterns coming out the wazoo. Yesterday, before the big drop here, money flow getting higher. I mean, it looked so good. It looked so good. If you guys remember, I longed this golden pocket back test yesterday. I was expecting more. It looked great. So here's the thing. When cheeks lie, that is not good, man. When 24-minute money flow and momentum only gives you a little bit, and then boom, that is actually not a good sign here. So I'm not, like I said in my group, I'm not expecting much from this. I'm not expecting much. This might be all we get. All right, this might be all we get. We came up to the 786 basically. We came up to basically our 786 here. That might be all we get, man. That might be all we get before New York Open. Look at that. Value area high, 786. That might be all we get, man. You know, make sure to lock in some dang profits. If you're into taking profits and not just taking a screenshot. Make sure to lock in some dang profits, man. Shout out to I Am That I Am. Good morning, Jay. Can you chart ADA? Yeah, let's go to Cardano. I mean, not much has changed on Cardano, my friend. Honestly, this is still my plan for it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But nothing has changed, all right? Nothing has changed. If anything, let's go ahead and update our Fibonacci poll, right? If we do get more of a pullback, if anything, we can say, okay, this was a little sideways range right here. Let's go down to like our 3 hour. We've got ourselves a little sideways range forming here, where you could say, okay, this is the range low, this is the range high. We took the highs, now we come in, we take the lows for another back test of that Fibonacci fresh golden pocket here, right? That's how I'd be looking at this. I still think Cardano is a sleeping giant, and I hold quite a bit. And I'm at the point right now, at this phase of the bull run. It's literally a make it or break it moment, all right? I know I say that a lot, but it really is. It really is. Either the next few weeks, months are going to be the most bullish weeks and months that we've seen since 2021, or crypto's dead and there's no bull run for these altcoins and that's it, all right? Now, given the fact that we are seeing extremely bullish signs on the high time frames, all right, trigger waves confirming and printing on the monthly, on the 2 week, on the weekly, we're seeing the money flow curving to the upside with multiple drive of bullish divergence, change in market structure. This chart is bullish, man, all right? This chart looks bullish from a technical analysis standpoint. This chart looks bullish. Like it's got a lot of upside potential, not that much downside potential. We turn it off log scale, guys. All right, this is a $5 Cardano target. That's really not that crazy. All right, that's pretty conservative. It's only 60% higher than our previous all-time high. That's really not that crazy. And yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I'm in the camp right now where I'm going for it. Like I'm just going for it. And if I get burned, at least I went for it, is how I feel. All right, I would really hate myself. Wouldn't hate myself. I'd be really disappointed in myself if I acknowledged, man, these charts look so bullish. They look amazing. Everything's bottom out, bull divs upon bull divs, butt cheeks upon butt cheeks. But I'm scared, so I'm gonna get out of my positions now. After holding through all this crap. Gonna get out now? No way, man. No way, man. You know? So let's see what the future holds. Sentiment changes so quick in these markets anyway, man. It's pretty wild. Alright. Thank you guys, everyone in the chat. Appreciate you. I know we haven't really been looking in the chat. Nobody uses Cardano chain. How do you expect to go to $5? Well, it's because people like you said there's no way we could get there. That's why I expected. You know? But, yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Man, shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Hioni. He says, Jason, you changed my life. I was gay. And after your videos, I became straight alpha. That's what's up, bro. Shout out to John Ploney. Bounce today, then China dump. That's what I'm feeling, John Ploney. That's what I'm feeling, my man. We gotta do the pump song. Shout out to CryptoFace, still in the chat, man. God bless you, CryptoFace. Thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you so much, man. Alright, cool. Shout out to Andy from Bitcoin Census in the chat. How come you're not a mod, bro? I gotta make you a mod. I gotta make Andy a mod. But everyone, if you're not subscribed to Andy from Bitcoin Census, go subscribe to Andy from Bitcoin Census. He's a real one for sure. You know, he's a real one for sure. Unfortunately, I can't find him here to make him a mod, because I can't do it through my streaming software, and the real YouTube thing is... Oh, here he is. Make him a mod. There you go. Cool. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what happens during New York Open. And, alright. I'm going to head out, guys. I'm going to do a VIP stream in the Casper crew where we are going to be looking for our next juicy entries for today. So if you want to continue, go over there. That being said, God bless everyone in Jesus' name. I hope y'all have a great day. And Lord willing, I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace!